Hi, my name is Karen Barry, and this is my presentation about writing across the curriculum. Writing today is not a frill for the few, but an essential skill for the many. Elementary school students need strong writing skills in order that they can achieve academic success in the future. Mastering the art of writing is a vital life skill. It is an essential skill to success in school as well as success in life. Regardless of the field of work students go on to pursue, the expectation is that they will possess the ability to effectively communicate in writing. Research shows that teachers devote a significant portion of the school day to language arts teaching. More time for language arts means less time for the other content areas. In a report created on behalf of the Institute of Education Sciences and the What Works Clearinghouse, Graham, Bollinger, Booth Olson, Doust, MacArthur, McCutcheon, and Allinghouse made the following recommendations for teaching elementary school students to be effective writers. Provide daily time for students to write. Teach students to use the writing process for a variety of purposes. Teach students the writing process. Teach students to write for a variety of purposes. Teach students to become fluent with handwriting, spelling, sentence construction, typing, and word processing. Create an engaged community of writers. Why is writing important to learning? Writing aids retention. It helps children remember and understand material much more than passive forms of learning like reading and listening. Writing helps with mental recall. It cements a concept in a student's brain more than anything else. Writing increases the depth of knowledge on a subject and helps students master any specialized vocabulary or terminology related to the topic. Writing develops critical thinking skills. When a child has to research something, organize her thoughts, and then write about it in a clear, concise way, she's flexing her mind. Writing promotes independent thinking. In order to write, you have to have a point of view. What is writing across the curriculum? Writing across the curriculum is a pedagogical model that got its start in the 1980s. The general belief is that writing instruction should happen across all subject areas, not just in language arts. Writing across the curriculum values writing as a means of learning. Writing across the curriculum recognizes the different writing conventions of different subjects and that students can best learn to write for these subjects by practicing subject-specific writing conventions. Why is writing across the curriculum beneficial? Nipper and Duggan say, writing to learn engages students, extends thinking, deepens understanding, and extends meaning-making in the process. Considering a topic and then writing about it requires deeper processing than reading alone entails. They also say, writing to learn is an opportunity for students to recall, clarify, and question what they know about a subject. As students are learning about concepts within a subject, they are also learning about the conventions of writing. The teacher benefits to writing across the curriculum are that all students are engaged. It enables teachers to monitor students' progress and evaluate strengths and weaknesses as a formative assessment tool. It allows teachers to identify gaps in their instruction. It allows teachers to cover multiple standards simultaneously. Also, students learn best by writing. Finally, it maximizes teachers' use of instructional time. These are some different ways of introducing writing across the curriculum in a third grade classroom, and they are strategies and tools that I use within my own classroom. Raft, bookmaking, journal writing, think, pair, share, quick writes, self-assessments, real-world writing, note-taking, and research projects. And I'm going to go a little bit in depth about a few of them. This is a table taken from Graham about different examples of genres that you could use in your classroom based on the purpose. So if you want your students to describe, you can have them write descriptions, character sketches, nature writing, or create brochures. If you're doing narration, you can write diary entries, short stories, poems, eyewitness accounts. To inform, you might get them to summarize new or previously learned information, write instructions or directions. I know that my students love writing instructions on how to do different things, recipes, making things. Letter writing is very popular. Also newspaper articles and scientific reports. If the purpose of the writing is to persuade or analyze, you might do persuasive essays, editorials, reviews, or literary analysis. Some of these are more complex than I might be able to get from my third grade children. Raft is something that I use a lot in my classroom, and it has students writing from different perspectives and for different audiences. RAF stands for role, audience, format, and topic. So RAFT encourages creativity and has students considering topics from different perspectives. It allows them to gain the ability to write for different audiences and for different purposes. So the children consider the role of the writer, the voice that they're going to use, the audience, to whom are they writing, the format, is it a diary entry, newspaper article, brochure, letter, and then the topic, what are they writing about? Another strategy that I use a lot with my younger students is student-created informational books. And I've used this with not only my third grade children, but even kindergarten children that I've worked with. And they're very popular, and the children are very proud of them. So students need extensive experience creating meaningful artifacts about relevant content area concepts for an actual audience. So the benefits of student-created books are that they build students' confidence when they recognize that they're knowledgeable about a subject and then they share it with others. They definitely feel a sense of pride. And when students are sharing their work with their peers, their effort improves. If they have to show it to somebody, they're going to put more effort into it. Also, developing an awareness of literary features to use in their own books helps students to better understand the features of text in their own reading, and this in turn helps improve their own comprehension. This is an example of writing my class did for a history unit on the Great Fire of London. The students applied their knowledge of the events of the fire and pretended to write a diary entry as Samuel Pepys, who was a famous diarist of the time. They were very engaged. If you look at this example, they wanted to put feathers on the end of their pens and pretend that they were actually Samuel Pepys. And then we burned the edges and used a tea bag to stain it. And they were very proud, and they were all very engaged. Even my reluctant writers really enjoyed this activity. In terms of assessment, I would say ongoing feedback to the children is extremely important. You're giving immediate feedback as opposed to they submit assignments, you mark them and then give them back. It's ongoing. Using rubrics, checklists, self-assessments, and then student-teacher conferences when the children have created a more significant piece of work.